it's family. Let the fun begin. We're here to connect, bring joy to your day. Style, soul, and stories in a unique way. From New Orleans roots to the world we inspire. Every click, every view takes us higher and higher. This is your space where you can feel free. A community built with authenticity. So grab your coffee, hit play and unwind. Your seat at the table is one of a kind. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your time to shine. Be part of the family, one of a kind. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, we've got so much love waiting for you and more. Mocha's Nola Bells, where the queens unite. Serving Southern charm with a touch of that spice. We're about that love, we're about that style. Come along for the ride and stay for a while. Mocha's Nola Bells, it's the vibe for you. If you're new, pull up, make yourself at home. This is where we vibe, where the bells have grown. And if you're returning, thanks for coming through. We wouldn't be here without queens like you. We're serving you content that uplifts and inspires. From beauty and life hacks to chasing desires. This is more than a channel, it's where magic begins. Together we rise, together we win. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your time to shine. Be part of the family, one of a kind. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, we've got so much love waiting for you and more. Mocha's Nola Bells, where the queens unite. Serving Southern charm with a touch of that spice. We're about that love, we're about that style. Come along for the ride and stay for a while. Mocha's Nola Bells, it's the vibe for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Every little click shows how much you care. We're building this space, making something divine. Welcome to the Bells, you're already in line. So if you're new, welcome, glad you stopped by. And to the OG fam, you're the reason we fly. Hit that button, subscribe, and come back again. It's Mocha's Nola Bells, where the magic begins.
She ain't gone, no, she just hiding behind the lies. They keep on writing, I feel her voice, I hear her crying, but they too busy testifying, saying nothing while she dying inside. She ain't gone, she just fighting to survive. She said she needed help in class that day. Laid out on the floor, tears in the way. Told the teacher she need a word, not a test, but they passed her off like the pain was just stress. Mama acting like she ain't see a thing, but checking her tablet, deleting the strings. The truth in a locker, the truth in a phone. They try to act like she ran off alone.
Portrayal lies, got 'em swearing to God, but the ones in the pews know the story too odd. Why you wanna stand talking? I don't recall. You was posting like everything's fine, that's all. She had bruises and bags, she had silence and shade. They let that man stay while she tried to escape. A house full of whispers, a shop full of ghosts, but we saw them cameras and we the most.
She ain't gone, she just hiding behind the lies. They keep on writing. I feel her voice, I hear her crying, but they too busy testifying, saying nothing while she dying inside. She ain't gone, she just fighting to survive. I believe she's somewhere breathing slow, not a grave, just a place we don't yet know. Maybe protective, maybe hid away, but not erased, not gone astray. The court got a date, but the streets got a voice, and we gon' speak loud like we ain't got a choice. This ain't just views, it's a whole damn name. Say Nazi aloud till they feel that flame.
Hello, everybody. Yep, your girl is late, but I am here. And it's so good to see that you guys are here as well. Happy Thursday, guys. It's a thankful Thursday. We made it through another night's rest, and we are here. Once again, for those of you that are here, welcome. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome. For those of you that are new, you get an extra welcome. And to my OGs, y'all are ready now. If you've not yet hit that like button, please do so for your girl. Feel free to subscribe, grab a membership, share out the live. Here at Mocha's Nola Bell, everybody is somebody. We keep it respectable. We love on one another. There's no big eyes. There's no little U's. It's all love. Everybody has an opinion, and all opinions here matter. And that is the way we keep it here. And before we get on to doing what we do, because we're not here for a long time tonight, but we're here for a good time. As y'all saw the thumbnail, tonight is an open discussion night. Whatever you feel needs to be discussed. Whatever you feel that's in your heart that you choose to share, tonight is your night. Tonight is definitely your night. And before I get along to do what I do best, which is greeting each and every one of you individually, which some people have, expressed their feelings about that. They don't care for me to greet each and every one of you, but at the end of the day, this is my house and I run it how I choose to. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. But before we get to doing what we do, let me do what Mocha does. Heavenly Father, tonight we come before you with open hearts and clear minds, Father. Lord, we thank you for the breath in our bodies and the strength that you've given us to gather in this space tonight. Lord, it's my prayer that you allow this live stream to be a safe place for truth, a safe place for release, and definitely a safe place for understanding. Heavenly Father, I pray that you bless every voice that's speaking, every ear that listens. Dear God, cover us from negativity, distractions, and harm, both seen and unseen. Lord, tonight I pray to you and I ask that you let wisdom, peace, and clarity flow through this conversation, Lord. And when we leave this space, oh God, let us be better. Let us be stronger and let us be more connected than we were when we came in. In your mighty name we pray, Lord. Amen. Amen. And amen again. So we here. We here, we here, we here. It's a thankful Thursday, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed, and I'm better than blessed, and I know that you all are too. Look at my sister, Dr. J. Hey, my love. Happy Thursday to you. Hey, Deidre, welcome, sister. Happy Thursday. Unavailable. Happy Thursday to you. Hey, Sherry, love all and trust none. You knew I was waiting on that, my love. Hey, Sister Christian, happy Thursday to you. Christian says to grab your seat and let's conversate and have a little fun tonight. Hey, leisure lady, welcome, my love. Hey, April, welcome. Tonya Nika. She says, happy Thursday, Mocha and everyone. I couldn't greet you guys yesterday. I left my phone in the car, but that was an awesome prayer. Thank you, baby. You know, with the way these streets are moving right now, we got to stay prayed up. We got to stay prayed up. The devil is a liar, and he gets no victory here. Not today, not tomorrow, and nor the days to come. And we're going to keep it that way. Hey, Red, welcome, boo. Hey, Leah. Leah says, I'm working, so I'll be listening. Have a blessed night, everyone. Leah, you be safe. You have a blessed night as well, my love. Hey, One Love, welcome, another worker. Thank you guys for tuning in, even though you all at work. Mocha appreciates that so very much. And One Love, my girl, you know, I love you to the moon and back. And I appreciate you gifting a membership. And whomever may have received that gifted membership from One Love, it would be so nice of you to tell One Love thank you. Hey, Mika and Ellie. Mika, give our baby hugs and kisses. Because that is our little spoiled Nola Bell. Hey, we are in this thing. Hey, Debbie, welcome, my love. Hey, Rosalind, happy Thursday, boo. Hey, Tony. Okay, the phone was not working. Oh, girl, I know what an inconvenience that could be. But Tony, it's a blessing to see you tonight. It's a blessing, baby. It really is. Hey, Venetia, welcome. Welcome, my love. Welcome. Look at my girl, Essie. Hey, baby, welcome. Happy Thursday. Oh, my girl, Debbie. Debbie has become a Nola Bell. Welcome, Debbie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Gina. Welcome, sister. Look at my baby, Eno. Hey, Eno. And Sassy. Happy Thursday, ladies. Debbie said she had to renew that membership. I understand, girl. We love you, Debbie. You know that. We love you. We appreciate your support. You really, really do. Hey, Lachelle, welcome, sis. Hey, LaTanya, happy Thursday, baby. Hey, Rhonda, welcome, baby. CRS, welcome, my love. Look at Red up in here. Red is up in here. Hey, Sister Platt. Hey, Naja. Oh, Lord. Hey, Naj. And I already know what your conversation will be, sister. I think I got an idea. And it's okay tonight, Naj. It's okay. Tonight it is okay. It's open chat, baby. It's okay. Hey, Travis. Travis says, hey, Mocha. I've been missing in action for a week and got wind of what's been going on with people trying you. Don't worry about the lavender couple, because I always thought he was a rainbow and smoked crack. Hey, hey, ah! Travis, Travis. Ah! Hey, Mariah, welcome, baby. Travis, you're crazy. Look at my sister D. Hey, D. I love you, sis. Welcome, welcome. Hey, my sister Rock. Love you, girl. Oh, Lord, y'all are so crazy. Don't let it go, Naja. Tonight is your night, sister. Tell her, hey, look at my girl, Jennifer. Hey, boo. Welcome, welcome, Jen. We miss you, boo. We miss you, and it's so good to see you up in here. Because every time I see you, Jen, all I see is funeral tears. Hey, beautiful soul, welcome, my love. Oh, Lord, y'all are crazy. Hey, Sister Tom Flight, I hope you're feeling well this evening, my love. As a matter of fact, we pray that everybody's feeling well tonight, because there ain't no weapon formed against you, me, him, her will prosper. Hey, PJ, welcome, my love. Look at my girl, D. Hey, my love, welcome, welcome. D, I hope you're feeling well as well. I pray for a special healing for all of you guys. Mermaid Tay, hey, my baby. Hey, Raven said, God bless us all tonight as we listen. Let's keep God near our hearts and voices. Is always a blessing to hear you, Mocha. Thank you, Raven. But Raven, tonight ain't my night, girl. Tonight is y'all night. I had a long day. I set this live up as soon as I walked in the house. That's how long my day has been. Hey, Sister Sean B, welcome, my love. And life be life. You gotta inhale. Then you give a big exhale and you release and you give it to God, and all he tells you is going to be all right. Patricia Perry, welcome, my love. Oh, Lord, D says she's home with 6 grandbabies. It's hard for me to tune in. They're noisy. That's okay, my love. Jennifer said that's a way to bring on a live. Thank you, Jennifer. We know that we could do nothing without him. We could do nothing without him. And as long as you don't acknowledge him, the devil think he's winning. He comes in all forms, even with a dress on. Not tonight, he ain't. Not tonight. He ain't. Hey, Hurricane, welcome, my love. Ladies and gentlemen, and even you guys that's in the bushes, hitting that like button won't cost you a dime. It won't cost you a dime. And you're sitting there, and I don't know what you're waiting on. But I would appreciate it. Truly would appreciate it. Hey, Tracy Ellen, welcome, baby. Top Flight, you understand me, sister? I know you understand me, my girl. Mm-hmm. Hey, Valerie, welcome, baby. Look at my sister Terrific. Welcome, sis. Travis ain't left no crumbs, I tell you. Hey, honey gangster, welcome, sister. Welcome, my love, welcome. Hey, no nonsense, welcome, welcome. Blessings to you, baby. Welcome. welcome. Tonight is one of those nights. Gina said the devil is definitely a tilted head lie, and he is, Gina. We don't do. Hey, Godzilla King. Godzilla King says, I'm present. Welcome, my love. All right, and the conversation begins. I want to make sure. Oh, yeah, Dr. J, you know the devil walk around with them ugly dresses? Huh, huh, huh. But anyway, neither here nor there. Hey, Samantha, welcome, boo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ocean Waves, my baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But honey child, here we go, here we go, here we go. Miss Sean B, thank you so much for that super chat, my love. Just sending my support early so I don't interrupt anyone on the panel once they start speaking. Nola Bells is in the house, and we are. And we are. Hey, Michelle, welcome. And Nola Bells will be in the house. Travis says, Mocha, I don't want to start nothing, but I know y'all feel what I'm saying. I can't stand Travis. The matching earring sets. Oh, Lord. I said tonight was, you know, what's on your mind? That's what I said. That damn Travis. Matching earring sets, always in women's business. And the way his mama shake his head when he's about to go shut your mouth, Travis. Travis, 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 oh Lord. Oh Lord, what a way, Travis, for the start of this good old life. Because hey Melanie, welcome, my love. Nah, I see y'all trying to get me started with this dress. That's your dress, girl. You done earned that dress for life. Mika, do you see Travis? Travis is on some shit. Sorry for being messy, but I'm protective of you. Travis, thank you, my love. Travis, we missed you. We were wondering, we thought you was locked up with Drake. We wondered where you were, Travis. Hey, Just Mona, welcome, my love. Mermaid Tay said, grab some popcorn and some wine. Let's talk, sisters. Gina, you understand, my girl? Gina says not smashing that like button. It's like coming to the party empty-handed and leaving with all the potato salad. Hey, Alicia Marie, welcome, baby. Welcome, welcome. Kimberly Earls, my baby. Hey, girl. Hey, Carla, welcome. Let's see where we start. Ocean Wave says there's a special place in hell for the Harris family. Sharon Jackson, welcome, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a special place in hell for the Harris family. Ocean Waves. You better know it. And not just one of them. Hey, Olivia, welcome, my love. Not just one of them. All of them. Ocean Waves, I've never seen dysfunction like this in my life. It's like, who birthed these people? Who birthed them? And what's strange with these people, in my opinion, let me drop this link. Because it ain't Mocha tonight. Told y'all it's y'all night. As long as you come up here and Keep it respectable and keep it 100. We good. Hey, Amber, welcome, my love. But yes, Ocean Waves, that family, I've never seen nobody like them. Just Mona says she's cooking and listening. All right, sister. Mermaid Tay, if you find a dress like that, hey, Keisha, welcome, sis. Mermaid Tay, if you find a dress like that and you give that to anybody, girl, you're going to lose your friendship card. You will definitely lose your friendship card. That's not a people's dress. Olivia said she's making guacamole. All right, sister. Mermaid Tay said free Dre. Mika, long like Travis been going, I thought he was locked up with Dre. Locked up with Dre. Dre has a hard head. Oh, we got us a special one. Let's see who we got. My sister Sean B's here.
Hey, boo.
Hey, my love.
How are
What's
you?
going on, sister?
I decided to jump up. I haven't been up in a long time. So I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
say hi to everybody.
Hey,
But
Nubian Max.
I came up so that I could tell Platinum that song. I told Mocha this the other day. So, y'all, I had gotten a notification, set my phone on the coffee table, but I had had a trying day. My day was daying that day, so I had taken some Tylenol and I dozed off waiting for the live to start. Missed the whole damn live. But when that song came on, it woke me up. When I woke up, my face was full of tears. My face was soaking wet. I was crying in my sleep listening to that song. That is the most beautiful song I think I've ever heard. But it is
It
so
is
sad.
beautiful.
It's so sad. But Platinum, I love it. I do. I don't know how you do it, and how you get it done is your business, just your craft. But thank you. I had to go on and cry it out last night after the live. That song touched me. I don't know. Sometimes you don't know you're feeling it until it hits you. You know what I mean, Mocha?
Plat is that girl.
You don't know that. You care, right? You
Right,
know that you're hurting because of what's happening to an innocent baby and all the details that we know and we've uncovered, and our feelings go even deeper and deeper and all of that. I'm not making light of any of that, right? But
right.
sometimes you just don't know how deep it is.
Until you feel it in a different
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
And that
And that
song gives that
song,
song gives it to you in a different way.
man, listen. I was sitting here last night, Mocha boo-hooing. I was. I
I know.
was silently ugly crying.
Yeah. And as Red says, that song brings everything into perspective.
Mm, 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 mm.
That
I don't
girl.
know if it's the tempo, if it's, excuse me, I think I'm trying to come down with a cold.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, excuse me. That summer cold, girl. Oh, it's ugly.
Yes, it is. That
I
was me
don't know if
last
it
summer.
was, yeah, I don't know if it was the tempo, if it was the tone of the voice of hitting certain notes, if it was all of it, I don't know. But Platinum, baby, listen. If it's a dry eye in the house after hearing that song, something wrong with them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to put it right there. If it's a dry
Mm-hmm.
eye in the house after really listening to that song, it's something wrong with them. That's on God right there.
Right, right.
I thank you for blessing Mocha with it, and therefore she's able to bless us with it. Plat, you get all that, boo. You get all of that.
Right, right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Much respect, P. Much respect.
Yes, yes. I appreciate you, girl.
I'm going to go on and drop back down. Get
All
somebody
right,
else some room,
sister.
boo.
Much
Love you,
love to
babe.
you. All right, love you
Absolutely.
more.
All
Uh-huh.
right.
So Samantha says, wondering if Dre is out. I don't know. I didn't look Dre up. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm with you, Samantha, to go get rid of him or set him up one way or another because look, that's the family of disappearance. You disappear. Hey, Carla Henry, welcome, my love. Look, you disappear to never be heard of again. Look at my girl Rena B up in here. Hey, baby. Godzilla's King says, call the police on Dre. But Godzilla can't. Now, that's a head scratcher right there. Y'all got all that smoke for Dre. But Jarvis did the most to your children. Both of you. And you mean to tell me you had absolutely nothing to say? Absolutely nothing when it came to Jarvis. But you had smoke for Dre. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Black Beauty, happy Thursday, baby. But you see, that defines these people. That shows you exactly who they are. That tells you exactly who these people are, their mind frame, the way they think, and the way they live. Because to accept everything that Jarvis done to them and to accept everything that Jarvis done to those children, that alone tells you that Jarvis did not pull all of this off by himself. They all were willing participants. This is insane. Antoinette says, how in the hell did the eggplant get Dre locked up? And then he went back to that bullshit. I would have went and got a restraining order. But you see, Tony, Dre has a hard head. He has a hard head. All he kept saying was, he has a good heart. Ain't no heart that good in the world. When you see what type of people you're dealing with and you remain in that situation, something is wrong with that picture. And in my opinion, I could be very, very, very wrong. And the majority of times I'm not. Dre stayed. Dre stayed because Dre knows so much more. And Dre thought by him staying and keeping their secrets and holding all their lies and all of this, he thought that would have made him and Marquita have a better relationship. But instead, he held on to all their secrets because he knows. He held on to all of their secrets only for Shannon to convince Marquita to go sign up to the Plenty of Fish dating app. And they each get a man. So now, Dre done held on to all those secrets. And look where it got him. But in my opinion, he's lucky. He's lucky that that's the only place he ended up. He's lucky. Because Dre could have easily came up missing. Not only could have came up missing, but Dre could have been hurt. So Dre needs to be grateful that jail is where he landed. But had Dre listened to his auntie, and had Dre listened to the podcasters that actually cared about him as a person and not his relationship with Marquita, Dre would have got the hell on a long time ago. Because you can't fix what's not fixable. Look at my sister Storm. Hey, beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And little did Dre know, they set him up. Dre said the other night that new spot is his. His name is on it. They called the police on Dre. Got these charges on Dre. DV charges. How you do that in a man in his own house? And this basically was because Shannon had no place to stay. Hey, Miss Texas T, welcome, boo. Shannon had no place to stay. Dre was adamant he didn't want Shannon there. See, Shannon is the mastermind. Marquita is the slow twin. Shannon ate up most of Marquita's chromosomes. Marquita the slow one. Shannon didn't stop until she bullied Marquita. But she didn't have to bully her. Whatever Shannon says goes, and Marquita knows it. Shannon convinced Marquita, we gotta get him out the way. We gotta get him out the way. Because Shannon needed a place to lay her head. Annette don't want Shannon there. Dre didn't want Shannon there. Shannon don't have a car no more. So Shannon got tired of finding a place to stay. So she assumed if they get rid of Dre, they're going to have a permanent place to stay. But Dre won't be in jail forever. Dre needs to come out of jail with his paperwork in his hand. Eviction. Get her out. Get her out. Oop, Debbie says, Mocha word on YouTube street, sir. Dre can't go back to his house due to a restraining order. Got him restrained from his house, allegedly. I don't care how many restraining orders they got against Dre. The law is the law. Although we know Detroit is crooked, the law is the law. I don't care how many restraining orders she has against Dre. If that lease is in Dre's name, ain't nothing them big sourpuss could do. Nothing. Nothing. Hey, Kenyatta, welcome, boo. Hey, Paula, welcome. I've never seen a pair of, I don't even know what to name them. Call them Dumb and Dumber. That works. But I'm like the chat. Dre with this good heart, he done fucked around and found out. And what he found out, oh, I know his eyes done got big right now. He thought he was smoking the other night. He was smoking eternally when she called the laws on him because he didn't expect it. He should have knew something was brewing. But his heart was in a cool girl sisters. Hey, baby. Okay, Mika say he's out. The website says discharge. So right now, Mika crazy. Mika said Dre is shook it. Look at all the love Platt is getting up in here. We love the songs, girl. Oh yeah, Debbie, them twins are the same age. Definitely got it from their mama. Definitely got it from their mama. Mermaid Tay, you ain't shit. Mermaid Tay say I'm ugly when I cry too. Mermaid Tay, most of us are. Most of us are. Girl, this is a mess. A mess. Where did no. Let me see. I don't know who I'm looking for right now. I don't know what. Y'all crazy. Y'all is crazy. I'm reading these comments. I can't fool with y'all, but I'm trying to get to one to whereas we could have a little discussion. Ocean Wave says Dre doing interviews about his lame relationship. What do you expected to get from that? Dre didn't have a relationship. Dre was in a relationship by himself. He was trying to save. He was trying to save Marquita. But how do you save somebody? How do you save somebody when you know their background? How do you even want to be with somebody with a background like that? So that don't say much for Dre. That don't say much for Dre. I'm not playing. Like Gina. Gina ain't no damn better. Now Gina want to know if y'all talking about that purple saran wrap, Sona saran wrap dress. I ain't playing with y'all. Cause that, see, I done got a quick visual of that damn dress. Look at Travis. Travis, I love you so much. Travis, you got my chest hurt. But in a good way, Travis. In a good way, Travis. In a good way. Travis says, I just wish Dre would have left them humpback turtles. Travis, a humpback turtle is a turtle with a disability. A turtle with a disability, Travis. Travis says, I just wish Dre would have left them humpback turtles alone. If they will take out their own, imagine what they would have done to him. Travis, I tried to tell him. Travis. Oh, Lord, Naja cutting the hell up in the chat. Lord Jesus. Samantha says, I think they're afraid that Dre's going to tell what he knows. Samantha, after being locked up, after having them silver bracelets on and just squeezing in the back of a police car, guess what? Now I'm telling. And if Dre don't tell and still walk around here saying he's that guy, if Dre don't tell, still saying, I don't treat people like that. If Dre don't tell, still claiming I could never do people like that. If Dre don't tell, something is eternally wrong with Dre. Something is wrong. Ocean Wave says at this point, I'm seeing that Dre just might be slow. At this point, I'm seeing that he just might be solo. Oh yeah, they all on bullshit. For real, for real, for real. Damn, Sassy. Sassy says, I believe he was one of her parents for real. There goes Naj. Naj, why I gotta read that? Naja, why I gotta read that? Oh Lord. Naja says, excuse me, Lord. Naja says the fact she forced herself in that tight ass purple dress tells me the type of person she is. I could have been told y'all she wasn't right. She 250 pounds and got on a small medium dress. Naja. Naja, why? Why, Naj? Why, Naja, why? Why you felt the need to type that, Naj? I could have been told y'all she was slow. She's 250 pounds and got on a small medium dress. Not only is it purple, but it's reflective. Oh, Sassy, that's Sassy, I misunderstood. Sassy said, I believe he was one of her patients. Damn, damn, damn. Travis says, I bet that brother cop told them how to get Dre out of that house. Travis, let's talk about the brother cop. Let's talk about the brother cop. Which brother is the cop? Who knows which brother is supposedly the cop? I'll wait. Because we know Chris isn't the cop. We know Anthony isn't a cop. So the only one left is Jermaine. There's Jermaine, and he's not the cop as far as I know. So no, we're not gonna do this. It ain't no cop. I don't care what Marquita came out here and said. There's no cop. For all the digging I've done, there's no cop. Annette has birthed a bunch of misfits. Here we have Chris. £300. Y'all need to get a visual. Here we have Chris, 300 pounds, 5'2". And he's out here moving narcotics. Heavy narcotics. He did some federal time. Now, Chris is moving narcotics. And then Anthony Jr. He's stealing, robbing, and bullshitting people because he a junkie. Then you got the fake rent-a-cop. Then you got Lady, a menace, a true menace. Then you got Florentino. Hmm. Hmm. They ruined him. And right about now, it appears that Florentino done distanced himself completely away from that family. You don't hear a peep out of Florentino. You pull up Florentino's record, it's clean as my floor as I'm looking at it. Nothing. Then here comes two big beluga whales. Two more big, oversized, flathead menaces. Annette produced shit. And that shit that she produced, they're the product of her being shit. And she's the product of her mama being shit. Mm. Ooh, Lord. A mess. Samantha says, I'm just going to say, either Dre did something with that family and they got something on him, or he's fixed by yin and yang. Samantha? I choose both. I choose both, Samantha. I believe he was a part of something. He loved his life. Welcome, boo. I believe he was a part of something. I also believe they got him fixed. I do believe that they got him fixed because nothing and nobody can't tell me that Annette ain't stirring in the pot of a dark entity because she has too much control. Too much control. At least she had it for a long time on her own children. And even Annette was doing what her mother always did. Why do you think these children came up missing under Annette's care and nobody never said nothing and it was never investigated? Why do y'all think Annette just kept getting foster child after foster child after foster child and that was never being questioned? Why do y'all think Annette thought she could have reported Nazaria as a runaway after the fact and nothing was to come of it, knowing that that report sat on that desk 30 days? She knew what she was doing. And all the people that was involved, she knew what they were going to say. It's almost like everybody's under a spell by Annette. And you know it's really sad when a crime has been committed and it has this much exposure and even the neighbors are afraid to talk. What kind of neighbors is that? What kind of neighbors is that when they're not able to speak? Hey, Shanae, welcome. Miss Educated. Hey, boo. Oh, it is so good to see you, my love. Oh, look at all my people. No Nonsense says she believed with everything in her that they got something on Dre. I can't stand Ocean Waves. Ocean Waves says those girls, those things, those wildebeest, those whatever you want to call them, Ocean Wave says they did not join Plenty of Fish. Hey, Miss Tracy, welcome, boo. They didn't join Plenty of Fish, they joined Plenty of Wildebeest. Ocean Waves, you ain't right. Nas, you ain't right. You mean to tell me your focus was only on that big ugly purple dress that mirrored the other flathead sister? Nas says, wait, they're twins. So they both of them have on that ugly ass purple dress. Now go back and look, girl. Marquita had on a big blue one. Hey, Anonymous. Welcome, my love. Right, Debbie? Dre priorities are backwards. That's it and that's all. And that is his warning. Top said, I missed it. Why did Dre go to jail? Top him, I don't know. I don't have the full understanding of why he went to jail. But as per the people in the chat, Shannon and Marquita was going on a date. That's what they said. Hey, Lila. Shannon and Marquita had a date set up with men they met off of Plenty of Fish. And I don't believe that to be true, but that's the story. I believe they set Dre up because I don't believe they both had a date with men off of Plenty of Fish at the same time. Said the men went there in the name of picking them up. And if that was the case, Marquita, your big flathead heifer, you're wrong for that. You living in that man's house and you let another man drive up there to pick you up. And they said when the man got there to pick him up, Dre lost it. Dre lost it. He couldn't stand to see it. But then Dre said on my panel the other night, like, he was cool with it. He was all right with it. I even asked Dre myself, Dre, are you dating? Oh, yeah. Maybe I'm saying too much, but yeah. Oh, Lord. This shit is crazy. Oh, yeah, Patricia. All that evil will be revealed. You best believe it will be. Mika laughing. Mika said their chromosomes didn't divide equally. Naja, go to bed. Naj says, so basically, in the purple dress and the blue dress, somebody do something with her. Naj says, Shannon and Marquita were walking around here in that purple dress and that blue dress, looking like two tight tablecloths. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. Damn. Mermaid Ted say, I'm about to see if they're on list crawlers. It's a tricking site they use in Detroit. Good Lord. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Born in Blues Clues. Oh, Lord. You know what? That's Mika and Naj. Y'all ain't right. Sassy, you see what Naj on some shit tonight. This ain't right. Cool Girl Sister said Dre gets out. I feel that Dre will tell all once he's away from them twins. Cool Girl Sisters. It was his place, boo. He didn't have to have neither one of them there. Dre could have saved himself a long time ago. He really could have saved himself. Really, he could have. Ain't no way I would stay under no circumstances. Under no circumstances. You know, those two sisters did not even have to commit a crime. Those two sisters didn't have to do nothing. Just looking at them two sisters, they look like a crime. There's no way. You see the deceit in them. You look at them and there's evil all over those two girls. So who would take a chance on that? How Dre slept at night, I have no earthly clue. None. Hey, Tristan. Ocean Wave said, Dre, just hold on, Dre. The two slow sisters will have their own place at the Women's Correctional Center in Port Huron real soon. Them and their mama. Them and their mama. Mermaid Tate says Annette gave everybody names. I wonder what Shannon and Marquita nickname was. She didn't give them one. They didn't have a nickname, Mermaid Tate, because look at Marquita and look at Shannon. Neither one of them is sellable. Neither one. They're not profitable. Annette couldn't make no money off of those two girls. Just look at them. Annette gave names to those that were bringing $1. She could not profit off of those two girls. Those two girls were trained to ruin others. They were trained to touch others. They were trained to do the unthinkable to others. Because Annette was full aware that no man was touching those two. And then when two did come along, Marquita's first piece was by an old man. Marquita in elementary school, and she got touched by the janitor. An old man. Shannon. Nobody wants to touch Shannon. Shannon gets touched by a pedal. Then when Marquita did decide to get a man, Lord, she ends up with Dre. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Hey, Boo Banger, welcome, Boo. Debbie said, look like they're smelling like fish, swimming in that fish. Oh, Lord. Exactly, beautiful soul. He needs to get her a 30-day notice. It's time for her to go. Nubian, I'm sorry, boo. Storm says too many distractions. We in spiritual warfare. Things are happening to switch our focus. Exactly. Exactly. But tonight was just not a night for us to come out here and, deep dive. I had a long day. I'm pretty sure the majority of y'all had a long day. And sometimes, we need to come out here and just kick it. Because every night of being deeply invested in and leaving with heavy hearts, wondering what happened to Naziah, wondering, where is Naziah? We got to breathe. Hey, Shalonda, welcome, boo. We got to breathe. Tiff, hey, boo. We got to breathe. Red says Dre had on an apron cooking for his husband. You know what, Red? Y'all crazy. She said, I ain't hungry. Go and see Suge Avery. You see? Just look at you. Just look at you. This is crazy. This is crazy. And Sean B call them beluga whales. Rena B, I'm with you, baby. I don't care who gets involved with these people. I don't care who. At the end of the day, these people are dangerous. The whole family, I excluding not one of them. The whole family. Hey, Charlottesville, welcome, my love. The whole family is dangerous. All of them. It appears that Annette's mom taught her well. And when Annette's mom taught her well, Annette didn't let go the reins, neither the whip. And she taught her children well how to be dangerous, how to manipulate the system, how to get over other people, how to hurt other people. And Annette's children, if you look at their history, they've been living lives of hurting other people. That's crazy. But that's a normal life for them. Their normal is not our normal and will never be normal. Exactly, D. They over there, they comfortable. They in his house chilling now, using his air, everything. They gonna leave him with a hell of an electric bill by the time he get back. That's crazy. Essie says, Mocha, do you think Naziah was really sexually active? She told the devil she was not seeing anyone. She was willing to give him her passwords. Essie, she wasn't. The only person, Essie, she was active with was him. For whatever lie Shannon put out there about Naziah being fast and Naziah being with this one and that one, that was a lie. Shannon put that out there, Essie, to cover her tracks, to make it look like Naziah was that person. And how dare her to put that label on that baby when in fact, everything that she deemed Naziah to be was truly her. Naziah wasn't fast. Naziah was just faster than her in pleasing her man. But Naziah wasn't fast. So for that lie, Shannon should be ashamed of herself, but we know she's not. But no, Naziah wasn't fast. Naziah had never been with nobody else other than Jarvis. And the reason I say she's never been with nobody but Jarvis, because Naziah was trained. Naziah was trained from a very, very early age. Jarvis had been in Naziah's life since she was 2 years old. So whatever activities was going on with Naziah in that way, it was only Jarvis. Shannon knows it, but yet she could call that baby fast. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, do you think Dre will ever tell the truth about what he knows? Once he's saved from any danger, Cool Girl Sisters, I pray he tells. I don't know who he's going to tell, but I pray he tells the truth. I do. Sassy screaming at y'all. When I said that, she said, listen, y'all, that brother is not a cop, and she would know. Patricia Perry said Dre ain't gonna never be free from danger. Not as Patricia, not as long as he's around them. Not as long as he's around them. Hey, Michelle, welcome, boo. Let me get to some of these comments because y'all are crazy. Mermaid tell you ain't shit. Wait, y'all seen Jarvis teeth? How I missed that? Hey, is that right, Mermaid tell where you been, sister? Rotten to the core. Jarvis couldn't even eat an apple. Jarvis could not eat an apple, but yet you got a man that can't bite an apple causing all this havoc in women's lives. This is crazy. Hey, Shanae, welcome, boo. This child. Let me scroll down and get to some comments, some good comments. Storm says when you make covenants with demons, sometimes you have to give them sacrifices. Messiah was their sacrifice to the demons they worship. Say that, sister. Say that. Some people may not believe that. But when you're playing in a den of demons, when you're playing in the devil's house, right? When you're playing in the devil's house, you have to be mindful. You have to be careful. Because if the devil keep giving you what you want, don't ever think you don't have to pay that devil back. And that devil's going to tell you what he wants. Hey, Tarsha, welcome. Hey, welcome, niece. Hey, Keith Style, welcome, my love. You got to pay the devil back. And poor Naziah had to be that sacrificial lamb. And my question has always been, such an innocent baby, no chance at life, haven't witnessed nothing yet, but yet y'all sacrificed her. Why Baby Bop and Rock Steady couldn't be sacrificed? Why not? They were the problem. They were the one creating all the problems. Tell me why. Look at her. She going on plenty of fish to catch somebody good. Y'all ain't shit. If Dre rode a bike that far, you better believe he had dust on him. If Dre rode a bike that far to go meet a Marquita looking like that, he had dust on him already. Miss Tracy says Marquita started a fake argument with Dre. And Shannon jumped in. Then, when the arguing and fighting started, he got locked up. Poor Dre. Poor Dre. Do you think I would lose my life, my livelihood, my understanding, and my self worth and my dignity over something like Marquita? And I understand that it's not all about looks because looks don't define a person, but just knowing who she is, knowing where she comes from, knowing her character. No way, no how. Debbie said that's why Annette stay locked up in her room. She's behind closed doors, stirring the pot and cooking up demon protection. Lord have mercy. These are the people that we are dealing with. These are the people. Meek, that's you, boo? Yep, that's you.
Can you hear me?
Hello? I hear you, boo.
Okay, so I have a question. This is a serious question. I know I joke a lot, but this is a serious question.
Go ahead.
It's for the chat. So I just want to open a discussion. If you are someone who is aware of a potential sexual assault or a molestation, and you may not know of the specific victim, but you know of a victim, does it matter? Should that have anything to do with your um, expectation to expose it or report it?
Okay, let me see if I understood what you said. Okay, you said that if you know someone that could possibly be a victim, right?
Of a sexual
And,
assault or molestation.
uh-huh. And you know of it, what should be your role in exposing? You said you how you
Should
meaning
should
more
who the victim is influence you to intervene, basically,
well at
or
the end of the
to
day, okay, I'm following you now, but in my personal opinion, I would always stand on if I see something, I'm gonna say something.
okay. So the reason that I asked that question is because it has been stated several times, and this is all about Naziah. If I would have known it was Naziah. And I am always caught off guard by that statement because that's not a valid point. It doesn't matter who the victim is. Now, based on the testimony of the children, there were several victims, not
A
just
house,
one.
a house full of victims.
So I'm confused at why people think that, oh, I would have saved her. All of them needed saving.
The whole house.
I mean, let's be clear, based on the testimony of the children, anybody could have got pregnant.
Who knows
They're
if
all being touched.
who knows if something else didn't happen to any of the other children before Nazar? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So I'm confused that, I mean, I hear people saying, oh, Kawana didn't tell me it was Naziah. I mean, I don't know that it mattered that it was Naziah, except now we know she is the victim and she passed. So it's almost like now that you know it was her and now that's a big deal because it was her, it
Right.
should influence your desire to intervene or advocate for the child. You should have advocated for any of them. All of them were being molested. And
But It looks like from that family, Mika, from what we've witnessed from that family since they've been coming forward, right? It's like they had their picks and chooses when it came to children. Because honestly, they knew, just like you said, all those children were experiencing something. They all went through something because these people were all aware because they were in that house. So they knew what was going on. And to say that they
Absolutely,
knew
but
what was going on, why just pick Naziah out of all these children? That's my thing.
I just don't understand that comment. I keep hearing it come up like, well, I wasn't told that it was Messiah. It should not, the fact that you knew that there was a molestation, I'm trying to figure out, does it change your response?
In that family, it did.
Well, then if
We,
that's the case, you would have thought the golden child would have been his children, and they didn't protect them either, because based on the testimony, they got touched as well. And I can only imagine the daughter, what she might have been thinking and going through, being that this person is a parent.
hmm.
This is somebody
But
that's supposed to love you and protect you. And I mean, it's not making sense to me. I don't make sense out of that comment. The more I hear it, the more I feel like you full of shit.
it was the outside. It was the extended family that was feeling that way. Because if you notice, nobody else within that household said none of what was said.
I find that, I mean, I heard that today, and I've heard it a couple of other times, and I was like, maybe I'm tripping, but I don't know that it would have mattered who the child was. And I mean, why do you think that's a defense to why you did not report it? Even if you say
Correct.
that it was already being reported, what could it hurt? If you said you would have done something different and handled it different, why didn't you?
Exactly. Exactly. Hey,
And I'm
Shalonda, you
tired of
there?
people giving this a
Yes,
pass.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. That was all I wanted to ask. That was my question, because I was like, does it matter who the victim is? I mean,
At this point, every child should have been protected. Every child should have been protected. So my biggest question, right, with what you asked, why single out just Naziah to be the one to get the protection and not the rest?
well, I think that clearly, clearly, psychology, just listening to what this person has to say, um, just to put it in layman's terms, street jargon, you full of shit. See, this person is not deceased, and so that you don't have any feeling of guilt, you want to say that your information was limited. When the reality is, you know just as much as we did, and the outrage of the public that you're facing, you want to separate yourself from the crime. So you want to say you didn't know it was Naziah, when the reality they were all victims.
They all were.
And they didn't have to physically die, but I'm sure there's a part of them that wish they did. I'm sure Janiyah probably has survivor's guilt. So many feelings.
Right about now, those
I mean, I just
kids, right about now, those kids all need professional help. They're going to need it for a very, very long time. For a very long time. And I just hate that they all experienced it and they all were threatened to keep their mouth closed and not say a word. Because we none know how long these kids experienced this. It was torture, complete torture.
absolutely.
So we don't know how long these kids, as babies, they grew up like that in that nasty mess. So we don't know how long these babies has been holding on to this. And in the way it looked, they held on it for so long, it became natural. So they just numbed themselves to it and accepted it for what it was because the adults within that household threatened them in such a way as to never open their mouths.
And there's something else that I want to point out. There was another comment made on a panel or interview where this person said they asked Annette when they saw the evangelist, do you believe that he would touch the children? Now, I don't know what you might have saw or what you might have felt that made you think that, but that wasn't reported either. And your feelings were accurate, but you never said nothing.
Hmm. Mm.
It's like the writing is on the wall that something is going on here and not a soul except for Kawan and Janelle. I'm going to give them their just do their flowers. They reported it.
Right.
But outside of them, and I think they said another family member, nobody else did. And then I heard today that the Gamble family is no good. But wait a minute, didn't you say you reached out to Eric Gamble and he didn't return your phone calls? Oh, now he's no good now because he's cut communication with you. It's
These
just
people
all over
are
the
full of
page.
it. These people are full of it. I don't believe nothing that is being said around here anymore because they all showed exactly who they are. They showed who they are. And what they are, they're not for what's right. They're not here for justice for Naziah. And I'm going to exempt, when I said not here for justice for Naziah, I'm going to take Jernell and Kawana out of that equation because they did their part and can't nobody take that from them. But the rest of them, it's not about justice for Naziah. It's about what I could get out of it. It's about covering my tracks. It's about debunking the truths that people are telling on us and trying to throw everybody else in a different direction so we don't look at you for being exactly who you are.
I just keep hearing these comments and I hope she's in the bushes tonight because without arguing, speaking to you logically, I just want her to know it makes no sense what you're saying, sweetie. None. I don't know if you think that hearing yourself say this, that it starts to make sense because you didn't know it was her. Any of all of them are victims, not just Naziah. She just so happened to be the person
Mm.
that was hurt the worst. But I'm sure that there's a lot of them that feel bad, hurting themselves. So what do you think? They not victims? They don't deserve to be saved? Oh, because they didn't die, they don't need to be saved. It's a piece of them that probably did die with her.
Exactly. But they listen. But and if you recognize the conversation that she hop on panels, when she hop on panels in the name of straightening something out, when she straightened things out, it ain't nothing relevant
Oh,
that
you
she's
know what?
saying
Mermaid
other than
Tay just
defending
said
her
something.
daughter.
Mermaid Tay just said Kenya was never around, but took Annette to get a new truck. And I also think that's strange that she's always conveniently available. I'm gonna give you a
Conveniently,
ride. I'm gonna drop you off when you call me. I'm there, girl. But you don't know nothing. But then when you begin to talk, you knew a lot.
a
You knew
lot.
about the evangelist, and you were correcting in your assumptions, whatever it is that cued you that something wasn't right. You didn't report that either. But let me guess, you're gonna say you didn't know. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna witness the molestation. You think they're gonna tell them to pull down their pants in front of you? No, it's whatever you suspect. If you suspect something, I'd rather you report it and be wrong than not report it and you're right.
Exactly. But then we recognize she has no interest in nothing. Her only interest is defending the
Hmm.
bullshit that her daughter is doing.
And I think it's all for clicks and views. It's all about the money. And there is no way I could have a missing cousin, daughter, niece, and be on TikTok. If I'm not spreading awareness, if I'm not definitely, I'm damn sure not charging you $2 a balloon. I'm trying to
That
bring
part.
out the multitude to spread awareness because I need community support right now. I don't
That
need
part.
your $2 and $3. I don't need to sell refurbished water that somebody gave me, so I'm selling it back to the neighborhood. If you say that your ambition and your motivation is justice for this young girl, then why are you selling things? That's not the priority.
Exactly. Exactly. Hmm.
You up here talking
And
about
then
getting
too,
pillowcases and advocating for other kids. You can advocate for these ones.
not just advocating for other kids, that part. You advocating for other kids, but as a mother, you can't advocate to keep yours.
Okay,
This
so
ain't
okay,
it makes no sense.
now you talking, and it's a and it's crazy that a lot of people, you don't raise your own kids, but you got the sauce, you know the recipe,
You understand? Make it make
you know,
sense. Make it make sense. And there was nothing more
you need to check and
disheartening.
see where your children are and making sure that they stay.
Like today or yesterday, the lady that went on Toots Live, gave a great interview. Her insights were good. She said what she said, and she said it in a respectable way. And when a person comes out here and speak how they feel, that's their feelings. Everybody's feelings are valid. But for some reason, she's everywhere when she feels like she's being mentioned. And that lady, the lady mentioned Roxy and what Joe Camel ain't doing. The lady did mention that. And then all of a sudden today she wants to hop on panels. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And
Nobody.
I got a question. The Detroit PD, I want to know when are additional arrests going to be made and why are they waiting? I think that, and I'm not an investigator, and I can't tell them what to do. And I know they probably going back and forth with the district attorney, trying to make sure they do it the right way, or the FBI, whoever it is involved. But I don't understand why the arrest can't be made to ensure that they don't try to flee or go on a run. I feel like they have stickable charges that would stick. Marquita, by your own admission, your daughter came to you based on her testimony alone, and she told you what she saw.
Exactly.
You did nothing. And the teacher said that Nazaya was visibly pregnant,
Yeah. Yeah.
which if you count the days based on when she told him and when she came up, or even if you stop at the ninth, it would make sense that she would have been.
Exactly. Shalonda, you wanted to say something, boo?
I'm done.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, I just had a quick couple of things to say, and I wanted to know if I was the only one that noticed it. The picture with her on the bus,
Girl.
is that the same day as they showing her walking down the sidewalk? Because if you go back and look, the the one on the sidewalk, she has like this old lady baseball cap on. And then on the bus, there's no cap on her head. There's no cap in the seat. The jacket is different. So I was just trying to wonder if I'm the only one that noticed. And then the second thing that bothers me is when she was sick at school, why would she need to see the counselor? Every school has a school nurse.
That part.
So
Because
that
all
just
of this
kind of bothered me as well.
Shalonda, all of this is made up. All of this, in my opinion, has been fabricated to a
Okay.
point to where as they're throwing us off because they're trying to build an investigation. That's the way I see it. Because there's no
Wow.
way that baby should have been on that floor and got attention from nobody. If she was that sick that day on that floor, how the hell you put on a school bus to go home? If she was that
Exactly.
sick, how does she walk 2.5
Right.
miles being pregnant to meet Jarvis Butts?
Exactly.
Now you put out that old, outdated school bus picture. That looks like a little girl so feeble and frail. That's not Naziah. The doorbell, the door cam picture. That is definitely not Naziah. You ask me, it looks like Naziah's mama. It looks like lady on that
Okay.
door. That's who it looks like.
I'm trying to tell you. I was like, is that the same day? Because that's what was confusing me. Because when they show the picture on the bus and then show the door cam, like she got on a whole cap, a whole different jacket. Like it wasn't making any sense to me. And I'm like, well, maybe that's a different day. But I'm like, well, why would they show two different days? Like that don't make sense.
Exactly. So my thing with that is Annette has a connection somewhere, right?
Yep. Yep.
And that connection is for everybody to shut up and be quiet and let her
Mm.
story be her story.
Right.
And look at how the story is coming out. And the story from beginning up until the end, if you dissect that story, none of it makes sense.
At all.
It don't make sense from the moment Nazaria supposedly fell on that floor to Annette going report her as a runaway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, even the preliminary questioning didn't make sense. Everybody
At
lied.
all.
Everybody lied.
Yep. Sure did. Sure did. And it definitely didn't make sense to see the guidance counselor if you sick. You see the guidance counselor to change your courses or to go complain about a teacher. That's what you see the guidance counselor for. Not when you're sick. You go to the school nurse.
Right.
And every school has one. So that didn't
Exactly.
make sense.
It made no sense. None. None. And like the lady said, the cafeteria lady said last night on Tooth's panel, she said everybody at the school saw that Nazaria was pregnant. She said,
Oh yeah.
as an adult, as a woman, she said Nazaria started filling out real fast. Nazaria
Yep.
was good and pregnant, but she said also said that Nazaria was so unhappy, she was depressed.
Yep. And she said
And
that
that too,
everybody knew because they was going around in corners whispering about it
that's
instead
right.
of making it be known to, you know, the the staff.
Exactly. And then the question was asked about the about Shannon's daughter. How was Shannon's daughter at school? They said at school Nazaria was a very open child. Nazaria was very loving. Nazaria
Mm-hmm.
was well known and everybody loved Nazaria. But then
Mm-hmm.
Shannon's little girl was very withdrawn. She didn't talk much. So she
Right.
didn't get the attention from others that Nazaria did. So if Nazaria was truly on that floor and people loved her the way this lady said that they loved Nazaria, why the hell nobody helped
That part.
her? Hmm.
Especially the counselor. Like really, the counselor, that just behooved me. Like
Exactly.
every school has a school nurse. Why would you wait on the counselor that didn't even show up?
Exactly. Nobody shows up.
Nope.
Hey, Sean.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. Thanks for having me.
All right, sister. Thank you so much. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
Uh huh.
So I first wanted to echo what Shalonda was saying about the school nurse. If my son goes to the office and so much as says that his baby toe hurts, they call and tell me and let me know that they're letting him sit out of class or lay down for a moment or whatever. But they call and tell. You know what I mean? So that school is full of shit. Now, the other day you made reference to the 2 miles that they're trying to say Naziah walked to in order to meet up with them two criminals that day. And I just wanted to put emphasis on it because I don't know if anybody picked up on it. Maybe some did. No one said anything, right?
Uh-huh.
It was King said in his testimony that they saw Naziah. Well, sooner or later it was both of them, but at first he supposedly didn't, right? Okay, fine. And they picked her up and she went with them. First, but he said that they stopped, they pulled over at this some store, some place that's not open anymore. And it wasn't open a year ago. Okay, let's be clear. It wasn't open a year ago. I forget the name of it. Is in my notes. I'm in the downstairs bathroom because my husband on the phone and he loud. But anyway, um, he is, girl. You know he loud, because you know it. Um, but he said that they pulled over. That's where they met her, right? First of all, when you do the Google map, that place is indeed. And now I know you were reading the notes that I sent you, right? That
All right.
place is indeed 2 goddamn miles. 2 miles. Not 2 blocks, not 2 minutes, not 20 minutes. 2 miles from where she gets off the bus. Okay? nowhere near that corner that she supposedly asked Shannon about. Let's be clear. Shannon said that Neziah asked her about that. Don't nobody know if that shit is true or not. Okay? Because you don't get to lie about some of the stuff, but you honest about some other stuff. No, you a liar Monday, you a liar Tuesday. Show is anywho. So, King is trying to convince us that a 13-year-old that's pregnant, that it's hard for her to participate in gym, walked 2 miles in the cold of Detroit,
Pregnant.
to meet up with Jarvis. Bullshit, King. Bullshit. Bullshit, King. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying, because it was 3 AutoZones, auto parts stores, whatever the hell you want to call them, up and down that strip where the shop is, to where Granny Monster lived, right? 3 of them, and the shop is only 2 minutes away from the corner of Granny Monster Street. 2 minutes walking. 2 minutes. It wasn't far at all.
But it don't add up though, because if she was that sick, there's no way she could have walked.
Exactly. So somebody lying. Either she wasn't on the floor at the school. I don't believe that for a minute. I don't believe it. I don't believe she was on the floor, because I don't think they thought that lie out long enough, far enough, because then that incriminates them on negligence. The school, right? Okay. The administration. Okay. So now you want us to further believe that baby, 13 years old, who couldn't participate in gym because it was becoming painful and difficult, in pain, left school, stayed in school all day though, left school on the bus, got off the bus, and walked 2 miles to be at that particular store. I'd have to go back and listen to his testimony or find my notes of the name of the store that he said they pulled over to and picked her up. That's a lie.
Well, we've already discovered that it was a lie from the beginning to the end. But the thing is, Jarvis and King did not pick her up where King claimed to have picked her up. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Neziah did make it home from school, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Neziah went back home. Neziah went back to Annette's house, and Jarvis picked Neziah up from Annette's home. That's it, and that's all. Because we have to understand, if that baby never made it to Annette's home, how the hell does her school tablet, the same one that she supposedly took the high and by picture on, how does that end up in Shannon's possession?
Absolutely. And you know what's the question that I've never heard asked, and I could barely hear his wannabe pimp ass talking during his interrogation. Did Mr. Rat Teeth ever say how what happened to Neziah after Ypsilanti? Did he ever say that? Did anybody ever ask him, okay, y'all saw her walking, you picked her up, you took her to Ypsilanti with y'all. Where did she go after that, Jarvis? Did anybody ever ask him that?
Yes, Jarvis answered that question. Jarvis said to them that he brought Neziah back home. And I believed him. He brought Neziah back home. So that's where I come in, and I say Jarvis brought Neziah back home. And that's when Shannon beat the shit out of Neziah.
I believe that. I just had never heard him answer that question. Okay.
Oh, yeah. He answered it.
Okay, because I could barely hear him, sis. I'm dead ass. I could barely hear that fucker talking. Like, seriously. It's like, why are you whispering? But then we've come up with our own explanation of why they were allowing him to whisper the way that he was, because even that um jackass that calls himself a detective was lying on the stand, like
Lady
straight up.
Lady V, yes, Lady V, right? Shannon knew that Jarvis picked Nazaya up. Shannon called Jarvis when Nazaya got
Hmm.
home and
Hmm.
told Jarvis that Nazaya had made it home. And that's why it was so convenient for King and Jarvis to pick Nazaya up. Why would Jarvis choose that time of the day to want to go to to AutoZone or wherever in the name of looking for a part for a car, and you've been working on the car all day and you know it needed that part. So why would you conveniently go to AutoZone at the time Nazaya gets out of school?
And
Shannon made the
supposedly
phone
going to
call.
meet it. Right, 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 right. Okay. So then I can't wait for that for the truth to come out. I can't wait for Shannon to get locked up for lying on under oath. I can't wait because she claimed that the only call that she made, he didn't answer.
They all lied.
Then she
The
claimed
whole
she texted him and said, tutor, no tutor, or whatever. You know. I can't wait. I cannot. I hope they televise it. I hope they televise her getting arrested.
they
Like, I
all lied.
really,
Miss
really
Bill,
do.
just a second, Sean. Miss Bill, I'm gonna drop the link for you, baby. Or Tristan, if you want to come up, I'll drop the link again.
Yeah, I hope they televise it. I really do. I'm gonna go on
Yeah.
and drop down for your other folks. I just wanted to say that. I needed some clarity. All right, boo.
All right, sis.
All right, babe.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, this is a lot. I've dropped the link for anybody else that want to come up. Miss Bill, the link is there, my love. I'm missing half of what you're saying. I'm gonna have to scroll and read and scroll and read. But y'all, this is a lot. Ooh. Mermaid Tay says, same thing happened to me. My daddy's side still deal with my molester. Watch him be around kids and everything. They pick and choose who they want to stand up for, and that's horrible. That's horrible when adults do shit like that. You know what makes a child safe? What makes a child safe? Get Tristan, my bed. Hey, Tristan. Tristan, are you there?
Hey Mocha, how you doing, babe?
I'm good, boo. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm wonderful. I'm blessed in the Lord. How about yourself?
Oh, we're blessed over here, baby. We're blessed and highly favored.
Hold on one second. I'm trying to turn my device down.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Mocha, I just got one question, real quick, like to piggyback on what she was saying based on Nazar going to school.
Mm-hmm.
What if, like I'm saying, what if she told a lie? What if she said that just to make an excuse to go to the nurse's office, right? For her to be
Right.
able to leave. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what if Annette did pick her up? Because we do have to understand, Annette said she went to go run errands, right?
Correct.
So as she's running errands, she swing by, pick Nazar up from school, take her back home, right? Because we're trying to
Right.
figure out how did the tablet and everything else get home. So she
Correct.
take her home. So now she got to leave, and we also trying to figure out why didn't the other kids leave when Nazar left? Why we don't see the other kids walking with Nazar if they all go to the same school? Well, there would be a
Exactly.
reason why. Because Nazar left school early. She picked her up early, brought her
It was
back
a setup.
home. Her and Shannon probably got into it. She changed clothes, left
Yeah,
out the house, right? So
that's
now she
it.
walk. She at telling Jarvis, "Where you at? Like it's early. So where you at? I'm walking down the street. I'm walking to you now." Okay, so they see her walking. They pick her up wherever because he lying about where he say he picked her up.
That's right.
The shop is only 9 to 10 minutes away from where she stayed. So you telling
Mm-hmm.
me you drove past their house, past to AutoZone, I mean to pick apart or wherever he claimed to say he went, you passed her up. No, you did. You picked up on where she told you she was gonna be at. You seen her walking. That's why you seen her. Because she was walking, she
Exactly.
telling you, I'm on my way to you. I didn't just got into it with Shannon. Boom, he
Exactly.
get her. So that's why He with her. Shannon and them, they already know because that's
They
what her and
knew.
Shannon was arguing about George. So as
They
she, you know what I'm
knew.
saying? So that's why Shannon never picked up the phone and called. She already knew where she was going. So now her, Jarvis King, they going here, there, there. And oh, I want to piggyback on this sister real quick, but we're gonna keep it going. So they going here, there, there. So after 8:40, now it's time for King to come back for his tether thing, which again, we know he came to the shop around 8:45. That's clear.
Correct.
His tether GPS is picking it up, and that's what it's saying. So we don't know what's distance, how long he stayed from his house. It had to be 14 minutes because if you only got for really 14 minutes, because at 9 o'clock they gonna start pinging you because you're not there at 9. So
Right.
you would know after that, you wouldn't know what Jarvis got going on. So for you to say all this about who was involved and who had this and you giving up, you dropping breadcrumbs that way and sending them that way. But come on, let's go back to this telephone call that you and Jarvis was on the phone with. What you needed a key for? Secretly, you keep mentioning a key that go to a same lock, and you know where it's like you talking decoded. What are you
You
talking?
quote.
What
Uh
just say
huh.
it's the shop to the key to go to? It's the same key to go to the bay door. Like that's what you was saying. So you're not talking about the front door. Is that the same key to go to the store, or is that the same key to go to a lock where you could have had her? Because now you got to move the body. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to
That's
move
right.
this body. So that's what I'm saying. In a sense, he played a big part as well when dealing with King. Now
Oh,
their
King is.
sister.
Yeah,
Okay, my
King.
belief
The
on that. Now
King
you
and
had to see
Jarvis'
anybody in
sister.
their right mind. I know I'm talking fast because really got something to do. Okay, um, the sister. Now that's the biggest lie ever. So you saying you facing, I guess, the pumps. Let's say you facing the pump. Jarvis' truck is in front of one bay door, so you in the second bay door. So every time this baby got out this car, she had to pass you up either on the left side or on the right side. Either way it go, you hear a car door slam, your head gonna automatically jump up because you're
That's
looking around to
exactly
see
right.
where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because it's coming from behind you. That's what you claiming to say. It was behind you, but she got to pass you up to go to the store. So what
Hmm.
made you at this last time get out the car to walk behind them? Because now you want to be nosy. Because I know you look like one of those type of women. While you sitting there talking about you didn't know who, you knew there was a child. You know that's not a midget. You know that's not
That's
a little
right.
kid. You know that's a kid. That's not a midget that keep getting in out the car. You described the coat. You started saying that she got. Where is that coat? Please, somebody
Exactly.
tell me. And that's not the same coat that she walking in front of that ring camera. That
It's
coat
not.
is longer.
That's right.
Her face is fatter. Her skin is darker. That
The
baby on that
hairstyle
bus
ain't the
got is
same. It's
light
not
skin.
her.
That picture of her, she's a dark. She's turned dark because when you get further along in your pregnancy, you start okay. That to me, this is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I
As you
believe
are.
that's Jarvis' baby because they got the
Mm.
same head, the same forehead. And I'm saying, like, if you look at that picture and you go back to that picture when they was at that dance and she had that cringy look in her face, that's the same
That's the
head.
same. That's the same child, Tristan. I said the same thing.
And they walk just, you know what I'm trying to say? Me personally, I believe they're more related than anything. But the genes do that because Annette and them got some strong genes. Well, Lady and them got some strong genes. Anyways, so what was I at?
Now you're talking about her coat.
Okay, yeah. So that's why I say. So that's why I'm saying that picture that they showing, we know that that's not her. Not even the one with her waving by, because the picture that we seen in the eye, unless
Mm.
that's a recent picture of her somewhere else in that same jacket that y'all keep trying to tell us that's what she had on somewhere else that y'all done got to hid. That's not the same girl on that bus. No, I mean but that's Nazar on that picture. But that's not. That's a younger picture, Nazar. That picture there looked like she was in the ninth grade or something like that. Or
Yeah, it shows like she was 8 or 9 years old.
yeah, she was way younger in that picture. And that's why they trying to put the glasses together because it's probably some glasses she haven't wore in years, and probably left them somewhere. We don't see no pictures of her on TikTok wearing no glasses. Show me one.
Exactly.
Show me
Hello.
one picture.
Tristan, we in the same neighborhood. We
I
in the
mean,
same neighborhood because everything you're saying, that's where we've been.
because
Nothing is adding up. But y'all can
and that's
show
my
us
thing.
y'all
Why the
got
lie?
DNA on a hoodie, but as cold as it is, you mean to tell me all Nazaria had on was a hoodie? Where's the coat?
Nah, nah. First of all, we see in that picture that that's a school uniform from top to bottom. It's probably the same. We see in the picture when them holding hands, she got the same sweater on, the same look like blue shirt and khaki pants. So that's
Hmm.
what she had on. So that leads me to believe that that school you had to have a uniform.
Right.
So where they getting blue jeans from or something like that, I don't know. Unless she went to school that day and they told her you can't have them jeans on, Annette come get something. But my belief is Annette came and picked her up. When she said she was running errands, that's what she went to go do. That's why them other kids wasn't with her. When we see a person get off a bus, that's not the same, that's not Nazar. Because where the group of kids is getting off at that bus stop. You mean to tell me all them kids in the neighborhood and it's only one child get off at that bus stop and then you see it get blurry and then she pop up on the sidewalk? Where she come from?
Exactly. Exactly. And my
And
thing,
y'all steady
Tristan,
saying she was walking with a friend. Where the friend at in the picture? If she was in the picture,
and not only was she with a friend, but then Shannon came back and said the friend said that Nazaria said she was running off to be
no.
happy with a man.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so why is there's no interview of what the friend supposedly said to Shannon?
If that's the case, why DPD never interviewed her?
That's right.
That you put her in there so that would make her a prime suspect. I mean, a prime witness. Like she could be a
Hmm.
witness to that. Y'all taking all the other kids' statements. You mean to tell me y'all can't take this baby statement?
Exactly. Exactly. There were no students questioned whatsoever. None.
When Shannon said she had both of Nazar passwords, first of all, everybody, we all know if I can get my son phone and download my Google information, I mean my Gmail information on his phone and all my information gonna pop up. She could download you Instagram or something like that on her phone, and she can have access to Nazar's information that way. Because we started trying to figure out how is she using. She's not. All she did was download the app and put Nazar information in the app. So that's how they communicate. So every time Jarvis called binging Nazar, Shannon getting it. Not only is Nazar getting it, Shannon getting it as well.
Exactly. And that's how Shannon was able to communicate with Jarvis pretending to be Naziah.
Exactly. Because she wouldn't have a phone no more. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
The police got the phone now.
And not only that, not only was she able to pretend to be Naziah, but with her doing things like that, Shannon was also able to access Jarvis information as well.
So Shannon, you knew what was going on from day one. Because
She knew.
again, when they was pinging, when he would get out the bed with you, because that came out, that was red. When he would get out the bed with you don't know where he would go. You would just lay in the bed. What woman does that? I'm sorry if he gone too long. I'm getting up, walking. My throat dry because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm looking, checking doors. You've been gone too long. Do
And
I
the
need to
difference
lock my
the,
door?
the difference between us and Shannon, Jarvis would get out of the bed with Shannon, and Shannon would send Jarvis in the room with Naziah.
And I believe she was standing right there watching.
Hmm. She was because it was Shannon. It was Shannon that had Jarvis install cameras in that basement.
Oh yeah.
So Shannon could watch Jarvis be with Naziah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's where that text came from. Do you like big girls or skinny girls? What?
Hmm.
What? That's your
Make
niece.
this make sense. Shannon is the one.
That's your niece. Not only,
That's
and I
right.
believe she was the stalking type of auntie. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't believe Nazar went to anywhere without Shannon being head, what you call it, back feet to her toe. I don't believe it. How do we? How we know This is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I believe Shannon was communicating with King. Because why would the prosecutor ask them, well, were you dating Shannon or were you dating a friend of hers? Why would you ask that if Shannon didn't call one of whoever was dating him? Hey, can you call King to see if he was Jarvis? Because Jarvis not answering my phone call. I
Right.
tried to text him to let him know, Tudor missing or whatever she came up with. She missing and I can't find it. Okay, give me a second. Let me call. Yeah, he here. Where y'all at? The friend probably running, bumping her gun. Girl, they in Salina. Who with
Hmm.
them? I don't know, Jarvis. She said Jarvis and Nazar. Oh, boo boo, girl, she gonna get it when she gets. She pacing the floor now. Now she pacing the floor. As soon as she walked through this door, I'ma let her have it. I'ma let her have it just as soon as she get through that door. Jarvis drop her back off like you been a singer. Yeah,
That's
he brought
right.
her back home.
He brought it back
Soon as she
home.
walked through the door, she didn't give her 2 minutes. He probably do nothing and went off on her. Probably called her downstairs to the basement.
It
Come
happened in
down
the
here because I don't
basement.
want the other kids to know what's about to happen. It got to be a
Exactly.
reason why Marquetta ran from her job to Annette house. What
That's
happened,
right.
Shannon?
That's exactly right.
He said that. He said he any other time Marquita would go to straight to the house. This particular day, she had to rush over there.
Uh-huh.
Drop everything, come quick. When they
And that
got
was
through,
the moment.
she
That was
text
the moment.
Jarvis because Jarvis
That's
gone
right.
now. He ripping and running the streets. You know what I'm saying? He done did all what he had to do. Like King say, they split their money in half. He went his way. Jarvis got his. He got his little change. He going his way. Shannon text him. Now you can do whatever you want to do. Come, but instead of saying come get her, now you can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever. He probably like, what the hell? He pull up over there, bam,
Exactly. Exactly.
walked into some mess. He didn't know what was going on. Now
Jarvis
you
had
here.
no clue. Shannon had already done the damage.
I believe.
Shannon and Marquita had
Hmm,
already done the damage. They did this damage. Annette had instructed them what to do.
hmm.
So they knew what was going on. Jarvis had no hand in hurting Naziah.
He loved it too much.
He had no hand in that. Jarvis got there and Jarvis couldn't believe what he saw when he saw what he saw.
Hmm.
But they dumped Naziah off on Jarvis,
Mm-hmm.
all battered and beaten up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was up to Jarvis to decide what happens to Naziah next.
Hmm. Cause
And
why
what
wouldn't you go
happens
look for
next?
her that night? Why would
And
you
that's
wait?
exactly why there are so many of Jarvis' baby mamas involved in this shit because
Mm,
Jarvis took Naziah to a baby mama's house.
mm. Yep. 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 And they all played a part. That's why she's so nervous on the stand. She
That's
she
exactly right.
her lip was poked out so I mean I thought it was gonna hit her teeth. She was so mad. She was 38. Like, boy, what you done got me into? First of all, you done brought this baby over here to my house in this condition like this. I don't know what to do. What you want me to do? Man, you better take her somewhere. That's why you ain't asking questions on what happened to your car. You're not that
E-
concerned, but now that you in court, you finding out what really happened. Now
Exactly.
you telling it out.
But the sad part in all of this is ain't that much love for Jarvis Butts in the world to whereas I'm gonna allow him to do this, that, and the other, and I have nothing to say.
But you can't say what you really don't know. That woman was
Right.
really, she was really at that on that stand. She was ready to write a book, tell it all, a bestseller. If she would have known, she would have told it all. She was the only one that really said but she really didn't say because, like I said, you ain't asking no questions on what happened to your car.
Right.
Hold on, you look like you look like you by my height. You'll jump up and swing and hit. Boy, you done f my car.
And she had no worries in the world.
You didn't have no incident report. You ain't call my. Do I need to call my you didn't tell me nothing. You just dropped my car and left. And I'm not calling you to ask you what. Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Facts. Facts.
I
This
don't
is
know.
crazy.
It is. It is. And every time you look up, there's more lies on top of more lies, but they keep exposing themselves. I'm at this point like we all just really want to wait till the trial thing come up because I'm so ugh.
It's lie after lie after lie. And these
Why?
lies are sickening at this point.
Why? Because one scared somebody gonna tell on the other, and the other not already told on the other one, and the other one still hiding stuff. And they tell. First of all, the attention is not on y'all. Y'all missed about if y'all wanted this much attention, y'all should have spoke first. Y'all should have said y'all should have spoke on what y'all was going through at the time so y'all can get the attention that y'all want. But to draw the attention off of Nazar, that's crazy.
Yes. And then the sad part, they want us to stop speaking on Isaiah. They want us to start looking elsewhere and digging else, just like Kenya.
Hmm,
Why would she tell us to go look at Jarvis Butt's daddy?
hmm.
Jarvis Butt's daddy ain't got shit to do with this. I don't want to know nothing for Jarvis Butt's daddy.
You wait all this time to say that? Well, this is what I'm saying. All of what y'all saying now is we recorded it. We like it's like a multi situation. I
Hmm.
recorded it type stuff. So we are actually recording what's going on at this point. So we already know we know the script. So we know it's scripted. Okay.
But then to
But
tell us to go look at Jarvis Butt's daddy and leave it at that. So what do you know? That's my whole point. They all got their hands in it. All their hands are dirty. All of them hands are dirty.
I'm just like this, Mocha. Why say something now? Why you didn't say this in the beginning? Do y'all realize we not only a year, we a year and some change behind.
Exactly. But listen, they trusted they couldn't say this in the beginning. And I'm gonna tell you why they could everything that they're saying now. They couldn't say it in the beginning, baby. Because they're making this shit up as they go along.
Exactly.
They're creating narratives to throw us off. And it's not happening on my
Oh
watch.
no.
Hmm.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, this baby has more mothers, more aunties, more sisters, more than she could ever even imagine right now. So I pray to
Exactly.
God that she's somewhere, and like they say, walking court. I pray to God
Oh,
just to
that
see
is
the
my
tears
prayer.
go down her face to say somebody really do care about me out here.
I feel this baby so deeply in my heart. I believe. I do, and I'm going to stand on what I believe until they prove otherwise.
Yeah, show me.
I
You have to
believe
show me.
that baby is here.
Yeah, show me. Show me.
Hmm.
I don't want to hear if a coulda shoulda, because if it was a if a coulda shoulda, she would have been here. We wouldn't be where we at right now. Right now, y'all have us running around in circles. But you ain't got me to let thank you, Lord. They running around in circles, you know what I'm trying to say, around each other. Because ain't nobody believing the BS no more. Like it's we passed that. You got kids that's speaking out and speaking the truth about
Exactly.
what's really going on. See, Annette, you never wanted that to happen. You
Oh,
knew
they
once
didn't
they
want the
got out
truth
of
to
your
come
care,
out.
that's why y'all over there shriveling up like prunes and raisins
Annette
because
has
y'all
been
scared.
living in the darkness.
What?
Annette has been living in the darkness,
Hmm,
spreading all her venom for years and years and years.
mm,
Annette never thought she would see this day because she's been getting away with it for so long. And then she trained Shannon and Marquita to do the same dirt that she's been doing.
hmm.
There are children that came up missing on Annette's
Oh
watch.
yeah.
Not only have children come up missing on Annette's watch, but the sad part in all of that, these children came up missing and nothing was said nor done.
Hmm,
Just like the baby mothers for those two babies that Shannon had,
hmm,
nothing was said nor done. And what they failed to realize is Naziah was not an ordinary child.
hmm. That
Naziah
part.
came into this world. Naziah was born in a doomed situation, but
Hmm.
God had a halo over Naziah.
Yes, Lord.
And if God didn't have his hands on Naziah, there's no way
Hmm.
we would be where we are today. And
That's right.
Naziah would be getting this much attention.
That's right.
But
That's
one
right.
thing we have to understand is there's so many people involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
So many people, and it don't just stop at Annette's home.
Hmm.
There are bigger fish in this situation
Oh yes, ma'am.
because the trafficking is real.
Oh yes, ma'am.
And what I believe right now, even if Naziah don't appear in court, Naziah is still alive,
Hmm.
but Naziah has become a liability.
Yeah.
She done seen too much.
Oh yeah.
She done heard too much. She knows too much, so they got to keep her moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe in my heart, when they took Naziah baby from her that night, when I say they, I
Hmm.
mean in Shannon and Marquita,
Oh yeah.
Naziah baby is down there at that church with the good hot bishop.
I believe that too.
That's my belief.
I believe because he doesn't have two M charge. You get what I'm trying to say? Like they not charging him with that.
Exactly.
Or even I don't even know if it premeditated. Like I got to go back to see exactly what the charge. But I
He's
don't even
charged
think
with
neither.
he's charged with premeditated. He really is.
But how would that be? I'm this is you
That's what gets
you
me.
have to explain that to me. How would that be premeditated? That means you planned that out, and I don't see that. I see
But
Shannon
they
taking his
claim he
phone and
planned
looking
it
at it.
out. They claim he planned it out by looking up how to give her an at-home abortion.
I don't believe that was
I don't
him.
believe it either.
I believe somebody else was on that phone working, twirling them
That's
fingers.
Shannon.
He can't spell. This man never finished. He looked like he had. Boy,
Look
don't
at
even get me get on
Jarvis.
him.
Jarvis has no education.
He
So
can't
there's no
spell.
way Jarvis could spell the chemical that he was looking up for.
Thank you.
No way.
Thank you. That man got the. He has the mind of a 10-year-old, and
Yeah,
because they don't know no better, you know what I'm trying to say. They don't have no parent raising them in the house, raising them, teaching, making sure they do what they need to do. They don't have that type of guidance in their life to even want to sit down and do that. So you can't make me believe this man. That's what he was looking up. He, of all the times he could have wanted to take this baby out, he could have did it.
that's right.
He prolonged not speaking to her because he wanted her to carry that baby out. He wanted that baby just as much as she wanted that baby.
My biggest thing with that is this: Jarvis has made babies with many people
Exactly.
and a lot of minors, same age with Naziah. He never got rid of them.
Hmm.
He never unalived them.
Hmm.
And the feelings that Jarvis Butts had for Naziah, why would Naziah be the one that he want to get rid of?
Okay. You got to
This
make it
makes
make
no
sense.
sense to me.
Got to make it make sense, Mo. You sure right about that. Why her baby?
Why her?
You got two of them over there already that don't belong to you.
Exactly.
So, if that goes to show you, if anybody had motive in this situation, it definitely was her. The
It's Shannon.
breadcrumbs that's being dropped right now are breadcrumbs that she basically trying to get the attention off of her because, like I say, it's not a coincidence that all this didn't come about. This man was supposed to turn himself in on that day. So he planned it out that day that this was gonna happen. He was gonna turn himself in, and that was gonna be that. So
Exactly.
when they discovered her, if I don't know, whatever. I'm not even gonna speak that into existence because again, you got to. I have to see. Well, we need to see some bones, and we need to see a
Oh
burial.
yeah. I need evidence.
So
I need more than what they got. Because right now their only evidence is
based
a
on text
hoodie,
messages.
text messages, and what Shannon and Annette testified on. Are you serious?
And if y'all want us to keep believing that that's their baby, then where's her backpack? Because as many clothes as she's supposed to had on that day, that backpack should have been way down. Her front should have been sticking forward, and her back should have been bigger than her butt. So I'm just, come on, where,
Exactly.
where we at with this? Tennis shoes too? Because them two different shoes. So you had to put tennis shoes, a pink all-in-one jumper, a hoodie, like, man, get away from me with that. Get away from me with that.
Oh
Only
yeah. It's,
slow,
it's
only
definitely
slow
not
people,
adding up.
only slow people will go for this. But yeah, Mocha, I don't want to take too much of your time. Like I said, it's just I had to get it up off my chest.
I appreciate you, Tristan, but Tristan, you're right on point. You are definitely on point. I appreciate when you in here because those valid points just don't stop.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
It
And they
makes a
never
whole
wrong
lot
because
of sense because that's exactly where I am.
you. And it's sad that you have to change. you know, people, it's almost as if like you're lying because you have to keep changing up your story because based on the lies that they keep telling. You got to try to make sense and pull the truth out of what they telling. So you have to keep. Nah, I stand on what I say. She
Me
guilty.
too.
He
Me
the
too.
accomplice because he was caught in a situation that he had no knowledge of.
Exactly. I'm not changing my beliefs for nobody. I believe what I believe.
Now he had to get rid of it. They didn't say how he had to get rid of it. Now if he put on the plane and shipped off, hey, that's what happened.
That's what
But
it.
I'm pretty sure
Listen.
he ran
I
to
do
somebody and
believe.
said, "Hey, I need help hiding her."
Right. I believe all those phone calls Jarvis made that night while drinking, smoking out there, driving reckless, tearing that woman's car up. I believe while that woman was cleaning Naziah up, I believe Jarvis was making phone calls to get Naziah to safety.
Yeah,
That's my belief.
yeah. And who's to say he was driving reckless? They could have been Shannon. Them could have been a high speed chase. We don't know.
You
All we
understand?
know is her bumper came back the way it came back.
That's all.
So,
That's it, and that's all.
and until
But I
she
do believe
explained
if
what he
Jarvis
told
does get to
her,
talking, I do believe if he gets to talking, he's gonna tell it all.
oh yeah,
And
I
I
know
wouldn't
too.
care who he has to expose,
Hmm.
even if it means exposing the big people, because at the end of the day, he's in jail for life.
Hmm.
Ain't no coming out.
Exactly. Why not tell it?
So
Give
tell
give
it.
us justice. The family don't want justice. Give us justice.
That's right. That's exactly
Because
right.
if they wanted justice, we would not be here a year and some change later.
That's
Period. I don't care
exactly
what they
right.
talking about. It don't even matter. My point and purpose is for Nazai to try to figure out where she's at, not figure out what happened to, because everybody know what happened to her. We could
That's
talk about
right.
that till we blue in the face. Where is
Hmm.
this baby?
That's right. We know, you're absolutely right. We know what happened. The question still remains: where is she?
So thank you, Mocha. I love y'all. Love the chat. And
Love you too,
anytime,
girl.
baby. Anytime.
All right, baby.
Have a bless.
Have a good night.
You do the same.
Hmm. Miss Buell, baby, I would love to hear your story. I saw you try coming up, but something is going on because it's saying you're not. YouTube is not allowing you up for some reason. I don't know what it is, but they're not allowing you up. And I would love to hear that story. Now, maybe you could log out and come back again. Something is definitely going, but Miss Buell, I would love to hear it. And Tristan, we thank you so much because we're all in here on the same page. And that's why I love when we have these open dialogues, when everybody could say what they feel and say what they think and stand on what they feel and think. Because this is not making sense. It's not adding up. Hmm. Mika says, what if Naziah is alive and the premeditated charges for the child, for the baby? Well, I would think, and this is just me, I could be wrong, but I would think that if the premeditated charge was for the baby, they would have specified that, premeditated, that premeditated charge would have been on a fetus. It would probably have been feticide, something like that. But that premeditated, if you go back and look, it is directly with her name on it. Hmm. Mika says, I believe DPD may be suppressing evidence to protect the case. YouTube on their backs. We investigating a little too much. And that's right. Where's that backpack? Olivia said they have searched her school tablet and the text messages from the tablet the day she went missing. It was tracked at the school. Hmm. Ooh, Miss Buell got a hell of a story, and I would love to hear it. Miss Olivia said there's a video from the school of her leaving school. I haven't seen that yet, Olivia. Alma says, why was that baby mama in the hospital? Remember, they raided her house when she was in the hospital. Alma, the one that was in the hospital, to my understanding, that's not the same one whose home got raided. That's not the one that he was living with. See, the one that was in the hospital, the fiance, she said on that stand that Jarvis was her fiance, but she was seen maybe once or twice a week. Mm-mm. That's not her, girl. That's not her. Yes, Miss Buell, please email me, my love. Please email me, because I would love to hear that story. Lady V says, I wonder will Annette and Shannon actually testify in court that Jarvis unalived Naziah. Lady V, I want to hear their testimonies too. And I hope this time during their testimonies, the lies are called out. At this point, this is where they both need to stay at the courthouse. Oh no, you hoes ain't going home tonight. That's where their charges should come in. Sassy says, I heard about a house where men live. It's a halfway house. Sassy, I do know, I don't know if there's a halfway house on y'all side of town, but I know the good old bishop, he says that he's reforming. He's reforming molesters. And from where that church is. First of all, this man is in the process of purchasing an entire block. And within that block, or within a mile radius, there's over 100 registered pedos in that area. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Anonymous Angel said it's time for these women to learn from all of this. Grow up and stop messing with these kinds of men. Those type of women will never learn. They just want to be accepted. They just want to be accepted. They just lied. These people came out here and lied about everything, y'all. Oh, Miss Buell says, I want to hear from the girlfriend who stayed on Wilshire. Wow. Miss Buell. What? Miss Buell. Miss Buell, you giving it up. Shit. Miss Buell, I swear I wish you could hit that link. I swear, Miss Buell, I wish you could hit that link. But for some reason, it's not letting you up. Carla Henry, not only does that pastor just want that money, Carla Henry, that pastor is into wicked stuff. He's part of this problem right now. Oh, Lord, I wish Miss Beale could hit that link. Who, Lord? Naja says she just looked it up, and look how close it is, Naj. Ocean Waves. Ocean Waves says too many of our black men, not all, but too many are predators. Something is definitely wrong, Ocean Waves. That's a hell of a sickness. A hell of a sickness. Miss Beale, I need Miss Beale on this link. But Miss Beale, it's okay, baby. If you can't hit the link, I get it. I understand. We've been in here 2.5 hours. I get it. I got to go fix that man's dinner. Looking at me cockeyed. But but anyway, Miss Beale, if you could email me. Miss Beale says, I know what I know. Miss Beale, I need you to email me. Miss Beale, you and I are going to talk. Miss Beale, you and I will have a personal conversation. And Miss Beale, we're going to make this happen. This was some tea. Naj say I got to go make Mermaid Tay dinner too. Mocha, Naj. He walked in from work looking at me sideways. Normally I would have been off live. But I started an hour late. Oh, Lord. This is some stuff. Look, Mika laughing. Mocha looking at you like mist on the color purple. Mocha, you got to tell us what. Girl, look. We're going to come back tomorrow, same time. Not 7. We're going to come back at our regular time tomorrow, guys. We will be back at our regular time tomorrow. And we're going to get into, see Miss Beale sending us to bed tonight with the fire under our feet. Because we want to know. We want to know. Definitely want to know. Tony says Jarvis' daddy and Frank might be brothers. And that might be the case of him getting out of prison and getting the auto body shop. Could very well be, Antoinette. Tony, I thought of that. I thought of that. Yes, Lord. Welcome, OG Nord. I have no idea whether or not Dre is still in jail, my love. I have no idea. Mermaid Tay says, I love all my sisters. Good night, y'all. Tomorrow night, see y'all. Tonight was good and full of love and laugh. We had an awesome night tonight. We had an awesome night tonight. We got the edge off. We laughed. We cried. We talked. It was beautiful. But tomorrow night, we're back to business. We're back to business. We just needed a night of relaxation, and we got that along with some good old tea. We got that. And I thank each and every one of you for becoming new members and the super chats and the super stickers. I really, truly appreciate that. I appreciate that. Guys, once again, I'm going to say I love each and every one of you. You guys, we're going to continue saying her name. Justice for Naziah. Justice for Naziah. That's our mission. That's our focus. That's our goal. To seek justice for this baby. We would not be swayed. We would not be distracted. Everything that comes our way that is not concerning Naziah, we got to let it go. We got to let it go. It's all about Naziah. Somebody said that Dre was discharged because he was on somebody's panel today speaking his piece. But good for Dre. Good for Dre. That's all I could say on that one. But everybody else, I'm going to say good night. God bless you. I love each and every one of you. And until next time, be blessed.
She ain't gone, no, she just hiding behind the lies. They keep on writing. I feel her voice, I hear her crying, but they too busy testifying, saying nothing while she dying inside. She ain't gone, she just fighting to survive. She said she needed help in class that day. Laid out on the floor, tears in the way. Told the teacher she need a word, not a test, but they passed her off like the pain was just stress. Mama acting like she ain't see a thing, but checking a tablet, deleting the strings. The truth in a locker, the truth in a phone. They try to act like she ran off alone.
Portrayal lies, got 'em swearing to God, but the ones in the pews know the story too odd. Why you wanna stand talking? I don't recall. You was posting like everything's fine, that's all. She had bruises and bags, she had silence and shade. They let that man stay while she tried to escape. A house full of whispers, a shop full of ghosts, but we saw them cameras and we the most.
She ain't gone, no, she just hiding behind the lies. They keep on writing. I feel her voice, I hear her crying, but they too busy testifying, saying nothing while she dying inside. She ain't gone, she just fighting to survive. She's somewhere breathing slow, not a grave, just a place we don't yet know. Maybe protective, maybe hid away, but not erased, not gone astray. The court got a date, but the streets got a voice, and we gon' speak loud like we ain't got a choice. This ain't just views, it's a whole damn name. Say Naziah loud till they feel that flame. Huh.